that if you're looking for a motorcycle that truly defies categorization, dominates the road, and looks good doing it, you're in the right place. Diavel means devil in Italian. No, not the real devil. But a devil like the Tasmanian devil, but even better at cornering. Anyway, first impressions, like no other motorcycle, my Diavel V4 gets thumbs ups, comments, questions, and general engagement with the public, both riders and non-riders alike, more than any other vehicle I've owned, hands down. And that's a testament to this bike's surreal blend of both beauty and badassery. Ducati calls it a muscle cruiser, and candidly, that's an understatement. It's got this incredible aggressive stance, yet it retains a certain undeniable elegance and sophistication that only Ducati can pull off. The lines are sharper, more defined than ever. That iconic single-sided swing arm still proudly showcases that massive 240 section rear tire, a Diavel signature that shouts power even when standing still. And just look at the lighting. Look, I'm all for a modern version of the ubiquitous round headlight that we've all been seeing for the past century, but the Diavel does something new. I love the intricate full LED headlight design, which is modern and masculine. These integrated dynamic turn indicators are beautiful in stock form, one of the handful of bikes you don't need to replace with aftermarket signals, and the stunning honeycomb LED taillight is a work of art from every angle, especially at night. We've never seen a taillight like this, and I applaud Ducati for their innovation here. It's one of the reasons why the Diavel has yet again won the prestigious Red Dot Award, the best of the best for 2024, in the product design category. This is the highest recognition given by the Red Dot Awards, reserved only for designs that set new standards. The Diavel V4's victory marks the fourth time a Ducati model has received this top honor at the Red Dot Awards, following the $11.99 Panigale, X-Diavel, and Diavel 1260. As someone who's loved and owned the Diavel platform for years, the V4 truly refines everything. It's bolder, more cohesive, and somehow even more imposing than its predecessors. The level of finish and attention to detail, from the glossy black paintwork to the one-of-a-kind quad exit exhaust, is just absolutely top-notch. Underneath that sculpted bodywork lies the refined V4 Gran Turismo, which is specifically tuned for the Diavel's character. We're talking about the 1158cc V4 Gran Turismo engine with a 90-degree configuration, 4 valves per cylinder, and Ducati's signature desmodromic valve actuation. It puts out a big 168 horsepower at 10,750 RPM and a mighty 93 pound-feet of torque at 7,500 RPM, and that's some serious muscle, especially at just over 500 pounds. This V4 features a counter-rotating crankshaft, which actually helps mitigate the gyroscopic effects of the wheels. What that means for you is the bike feels incredibly nimble and responsive despite its size, reducing the natural tendency to wheelie and improving handling stability. And the sound, well, the latest Diavel ditches the L-twin, the V4's incredible twin-pulse firing order gives it a unique, aggressive growl that's instantly recognizable as a true Ducati, sounding similar to a V-twin. On the road, this engine is an absolute revelation. The power delivery is immediate and linear. You get this phenomenal surge of torque right off the line, a strong mid-range pull that's perfect for everyday riding, and then it just screams to redline when you open it up, pulling harder and harder as you go. It's intoxicating, a true shot of adrenaline, and you will be in triple digits often if you're not mindful. You might look at the Diavel's muscular frame and massive rear tire and think it's just a straight-line missile, a drag bike, but that's where you'd be wonderfully and delightfully wrong. Ducati has done an incredible job with the aluminum monocoque frame and fully adjustable suspension to make this bike genuinely capable and surprisingly agile in corners. I, getting lulled by the comfort of this bike, often leave my foot pointing down off the peg, and I occasionally scrape my boots in aggressive corners, so just make sure you don't let your foot dangle and get it up on the peg if you're going around some serious corners. The acceleration is brutal in the best possible way. Whether you're pulling away from a light or executing an overtake, the power is always there, eager and responsive. I will say, however, that the oomph of the new V4 engine isn't as potent as the L-twin 1260S Diavel that I had. However, I did get a BT Moto tune on this Diavel V4, which brought the torque back in line with the 1260, even better actually, and with this V4, you get that blast at highway speeds as well, which is the best of both worlds. One thing I missed on my previous Diavel models was the ability to rocket by someone on the highway if I'm already going like 60-70 miles per hour. This bike delivers that in spades, especially after the BT Moto tune, and I do have that review, which I will put at the end of this video if you're interested. But feel free in the meantime to use my BT MotoTune discount code for 5% off below. The BT MotoTune is essential on this bike. So the bike is powerful, but then you hit the twisties and it genuinely surprises you. It tips into corners with an eagerness that belies its muscular presence and that wide rear tire. The braking system with its top-tier radially mounted Brembo Stylema monoblock 4-piston calipers on dual 300mm front discs, as well as the cornering ABS, offers immense stopping power and incredible feel. You can confidently dive into corners knowing you have that stopping force on demand. It's almost sport bike level braking. In comfort, for a bike this powerful, it's surprisingly good. The riding position is commanding but relaxed, with a comfortable 31.1-inch seat height that allows for confident flat footing for many riders. I've done longer rides on my Diavel V4 and it's surprisingly compliant and comfortable. However, in my butt's opinion, the stock seat is way too stiff. You'll notice I have a cushion on this seat already to make it more bearable, but I do have this Tapizeria seat cushion cover on the way from Italy as I speak. This is an expensive seat upgrade, so stay tuned for the full review of that soon. So what kind of bikes can you compare with the Diavel? Well, nothing really. I mean, you could compare the VMAX, the Triumph Rocket 3, the Harley-Davidson Breakout even, maybe even a handful of other bikes, but none of them corner like the Diavel V4, nor can any of them beat it in a straight line. It's truly a one-of-a-kind bike. It just devours corners with a confidence I genuinely didn't expect from a cruiser, and the power out of the turns when you track out, so to speak, is just addictive. It truly does handle like a much smaller, lighter bike, and that's the real magic of it. I'm not going to list out all of the technology because it's a Ducati and you already know. It has the latest cutting-edge tech, from the 5-inch color TFT to the multiple customizable ride modes, to the 6-axis IMU, to the red backlit handlebar switches, which I love, to all the nannies you can imagine, such as traction, stability, cornering, braking, engine brake control, etc., etc. This bike is on the cutting edge. However, I feel it could benefit from electronic suspension, and I'm betting they include that with the upcoming RS model, which I discuss in a video at the end of this video if you're interested, or perhaps maybe in a future S model. The Diavel has cruise control and Ducati Quickshift Evo, which is up and down, which is relatively smooth, but not as smooth as some of the other bikes I've ridden, such as the BMW M1000R and the M1000XR quickshifters. The Diavel V4 also comes with Ducati Power Launch, a system designed for incredibly fast, controlled starts. It's essentially launch control for a motorcycle, optimizing power delivery to get you off the line like a rocket if you have the nutsack to try it. Plus, it also comes with the Ducati multimedia system for smartphone connectivity, so you can manage calls, music, and even turn-by-turn navigation right from the dash. It's truly a modern machine for the modern rider. However, for navigation, I personally wouldn't go near Cigic, their navigation partner, because the system is just bad. Manufacturers need Android and CarPlay and to stop messing around with anything else. So what's my final verdict on the Diavel V4? As a longtime Diavel owner, and being this is my favorite platform of all bikes of all time, having ridden 3 different iterations of them, I can confidently say this is the absolute pinnacle of the platform, especially if you BT MotoTune it. It takes everything I love from the previous models, the unique styling, the raw power, the surprisingly comfortable ergonomics, except for the seats, and it elevates it to another level with the incredible V4 Gran Turismo engine and the refined modern electronics and even better cornering. It's a motorcycle that defies categorization, it's a cruiser, it's a power naked, it's a sport bike in disguise that will genuinely surprise sport bike riders in the twisties, and it truly delivers an exhilarating, visceral, and surprisingly versatile riding experience. Is it perfect? Well, it's a premium Italian motorcycle, so the price tag certainly reflects that. It's just over $27,000 plus a destination charge of $1,300. You're over $30,000 out the door, and given the power on tap and the 5.3-gallon fuel tank, you'll certainly be visiting the gas station fairly often if you ride it like it's meant to be ridden, and trust me, you will want to ride it like it's meant to be ridden. I personally get 211 miles out of mine every time I fill up, which was better than my Street Fighter V4S was at least. But anyway, for anyone looking for a motorcycle that stands out from the crowd, delivers mind-bending performance, boasts cutting-edge technology, and still manages to be comfortable for those longer hauls and daily commutes, especially with an aftermarket comfort seat, the Diavel V4 is an absolute triumph. Ducati has truly hit it out of the park with this one, and I really don't know how they can improve this platform with the exception of electronic suspension and a more comfortable seat. Well, actually never mind, more horsepower and torque are always welcome. Anyway, here's to hoping. If you enjoyed this video and found it helpful, please hit that like button, subscribe to the channel for more motorcycle content, and let me know in the comments section below what you think of the Diavel V4. Do you agree it's the best one yet? Until then, always remember the motto, bark less, wag more, and always be kinder than necessary, and I'll see you in the next one.